Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Gamejunky here, and today we're reviewing Bioshock. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Presentation. Developed by Irrational Games at the time called 2K Boston and published by 2K Games, the game's concept was developed by Keen Levin. This game was also rated M for mature, and for good reason. You'll see why. Story. Set in the 1960s, Jack, the player's character, is in a plane crash in the Atlantic Ocean. The only survivor goes to a nearby lighthouse and discovers the Bathurst terminal, pretty much an underwater submarine / elevator that takes him to the city of Rapture. Created by Andrew Ryan's, that was supposed to be an isolated utopia except for the disfigured residents that have been driven mad from anima abuse. Anima is a goo found in sea slugs that genetically alters a person. There are a few people you can find that are not as crazy as the rest. Jack is also contacted by Atlas via radio, requests Jack to help stop Ryan, and also claims Ryan has trapped his family. Gameplay. Bioshock is a first-person shooter with role-playing customization. Stealth's another part of the game, whether it's not being seen by psychopaths, cameras, or your occasional drones. Me, I'm more of a smash and grab guy, so I waste a lot of health packs than I need to. I recommend use stealth. You get passive abilities including increased strength and health, resistance to damage, hacking, the list goes on, so choose wisely to your environment. Most of the abilities I picked were for the wrench, because I like up close and personal battles. And that's my choice of fighting style, so pick whoever works for you and you should be fine. You get some special abilities I like to call spell-like abilities, whether it's fire, ice, electricity, telekinesis, the list goes on, but you know, they're not only helpful for fighting your enemies, but they're also helpful for the environment around you, whether it's setting electricity on a puddle of water and shocking all your enemies, or electrocuting drones so you can hack them, or freezing electronics so you can hack easier and the fluid won't go through it. So just choose whatever abilities work for you. Those are some of my personal favorites. I love the fire one. I thought that was pretty cool. Get a research camera almost at the beginning, and what the research camera is you take a picture of your enemy, it researches them, you get so many points you have to collect on your research, and you get ability. Make sure and do this, it'll help you fight your enemies easier. And it's a thing I messed up on. I wasn't taking pictures right away because I thought it didn't have no benefit. But after I figured it out, it made the game a little bit more easier and made my guy a little bit more OP than he was. And you know, make sure and take those pictures. If you take a picture of enemies that are dead, you get less points for them, and you get more points like if they're in a group or if they attack you. What's pretty cool is you could hack the vending machines to lower the prices, hack drones to get them to fight for you, also unlocking doors and safes. It's a pretty fun little mini game. You're basically getting fluid from one side to the other using pipes, and I for one had a lot of fun just playing this alone. So get those hacks up and reap the rewards. Enemies were actually pretty cool in this game. You know, you get some crazy ones coming at you with the wrench, others trying to shoot you down, some throwing grenades. They all have special abilities. Some of them could actually camouflage and disappear right in front of your eyes. So annoying, but you know, the enemies were actually pretty cool, and what they say, if you just listen to them, it's hilarious. It's like, what the heck are you on? I'm surprised the city lasted as long as it did with these people around. You come across these massive looking underwater guys called Big Daddies, and you don't always have to fight them, but I choose to because they put up a good fight. The closest thing you could get to a boss fight. They're a lot faster than they look, and keep your guard up, guns a-blazing whenever you see them, because you're gonna need. Come across these little girls called Little Sisters, and they carry with them anima. You're gonna want to get anima to build your character even more with his abilities and skills. Little Sisters look possessed, but it's from the worm they're carrying inside them. You could choose to kill the sister, collect the anima, you get a big chunk of anima for doing that, or you could save them and get less anima. But even if your intentions are good, you're gonna still face Big Daddy, so be on guard when coming face to face with the little sister. They're never alone. Final boss. Frank Fontaine was the final boss, aka Atlas. Yes, the guy you were trying to help through the whole game to get his family. You find out that was a sham, and that your own life has been a sham, that you're originally from the city. While you're fighting him, there are 4 stages of him. You fight him, he goes to a machine, you stick a syringe, you fight him again, pretty much, that's it. It was a pretty good boss battle. He has his little goons coming after you with drones and whatnot, and you're fighting him, he's bum rushing you. It was a cool little battle that you get. Depending on the difficulty you have you on, he's really not that bad of a boss, but it was fun, and hope you enjoyed it. Bonus. After completing the game, you get the museum, and in the museum you get a look at some of the creative process that went through the game and see what some of the concept art, and it was pretty cool. You get to see what some of their ideas were before they scratched them, and how they wanted their enemies to be and look, and you get a cool little behind the scenes look at the game. You get 2 endings to the game. You get the bad ending, and you get it by harming at least one little sister, and to get the good ending you have to save all the little sisters. And you know, I actually enjoyed the good ending, and you know, I thought it was worth getting. So if you've already played this game and you got the good ending, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you haven't gotten the good ending, I suggest you go and get it. It was worth it. What I like. Alright, some of the things I liked about Bioshock was the story, the weapons, abilities, and their upgrade. Like how you can actually customize your character in fights and stuff. How the controls handled. You know, when you have to pick your weapon, you don't have to go through a big old list. You just have to hold down the weapon. Pops up a screen and you can choose your weapons. The controllers handled well. What I didn't like. Some of the things I didn't like was the game was short. There really wasn't no boss fights, and when you come across people that are somewhat sane, they make you go find random stuff to go find for them, and you bring it back to them, and happens in almost every scene. It gets real repetitive and annoying, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. With all that said and done, I'm giving it my Gamejunky review score of 4 out of 5. Well, that's all the time we do have. Hit that like or dislike button. Leave your comments below, I do read them, and